Hey data scientist! In this video, we're going to learn how to use pandas for data analysis. We will start with the fundamental part of pandas, the data frame. A data frame is a data structure that contains rows, columns, and an index. The index will help us to perform operations throughout the entire data frame. We can understand a data frame as an Excel sheet. In this example, we can see a classic data frame structure. It contains columns, which in this case are named fo, bar, bast, su, rows with the name 1, a, 1, x, and an index with the values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. A data frame consists in a group of Pandas series, which in this case can be thought as a column. In these examples, for instance, fo, it's known as a column, bar, it's another column, bast, it's another column, and su, it's another column. If we think as a data scientist with pandas, we will understand that foo, bar, bast, and su are Pandas series. As a result, we will first learn how to create a series to afterwards create a Pandas data frame for data analysis.
Hey guys, a short pause. Please subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive information from our weekly videos. That's the way you support us.
First, we need to call our modules. If you don't know how to import, install, and manipulate modules, please visit our videos to clarify these questions. As I said, we first need to call our modules. I will recommend you guys to always work clean, so in here, I'm informing that I'm calling the modules import pandas as PD. Secondly, we have to create our data. In this example, we will create our series from a list. Therefore, our variable will be called data. The data variable will contain a list of 6 values. Let's create a list with the values 1 and 2 times 3 each one. Our index will be a variable that contains a list with the values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have then to create our first series. In this case, our first series will be called fo, because we want to emulate the series from the example named fo. So fo equals to pandas.series data, because that's the name of our data list, and the index, which is named also index. Then we will print the fo data series. Afterwards, we will print as well the type. And this is important because we will know if this is a real Pandas series. We just now have to run our Python script. We'll do it by calling Python and then the script name dataframe.py. We press enter and there you go. We got the results. The results show that Pandas series that is correspondent to the example. We can be sure with the information that we got a Pandas series. Hey, congratulations! You just created your first Pandas series. Now that we have created a series from a list, I will introduce you to a new way of creating a series in Pandas. This series is created with a dictionary. First, we have to make our variable, in this case, data. Then we have to create our index 0, which will have the value 1. The index 1 will have the value 1, and the index 2 will have as well the value 1. For index 3 to 4 and 5 as well, the values will be the strings 2. It is essential to mention that for this video, we are not considering basic concepts in Python as dictionaries. We recommend you to check our videos when you want to learn what is a dictionary. And there you go. In here, we already finished our data containing in a dictionary. After we created our dictionary with the data, we just have to create now the series. The way to do this is to call the same function, but first let's create our variable names. In this case, fo_dict. I will change also the name to data_dig. Afterwards, we have to call the function pandas.series and inside we have to place the dictionary. Afterwards, we will print our variable fo_dict and as well the type to see if it's a Pandas series. Guys, the reason why I changed the names to fo_dict is to have a better order and to better understanding when I run the console. Now we just open the console, write Python dataframe.py and we run this script. The results are as we expected. The series is exactly the same series as fo as our previous series. So there you go, guys. You have already created two series from two different methods. Now it's time to you create your own series. Hey guys, now we'll create a data frame from a group of Pandas series. In this case, we'll make the same data frame like the one in the example. First, we have to import the module and import pandas as PD. As you already know how to create a Pandas series, I just created the data for the columns. The data is the same as you can see with the example. For foo, with its values, and the subsequent columns as bar, bast, su. As you see, this table shares the same index. Therefore, here is the common index. Index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The next step is to create each series. For this example, I just completed the series for foo, pandas.series, and inside we call the data for foo. Now, with the magic of computers, I will just create the data for the next series. Now, as we created all the series, we have to put them all together in a dict to create the data for the data frame. In this case, d_df, broadly correlates for a dictionary, and we will call the first column name foo. We just have to follow the same procedure for the subsequent columns. And there you go. You have the data already created. The last part of the data frame creation is just to call the function pandas.dataframe and inside the data that we just created. In this case, d_df. Afterwards, we just print the data frame to corroborate the information. We open the console, we call Python dataframe2.py, and we just press enter. And there you go. The data frame is the same as the example. Congratulations, guys. You just created your first data frame in Pandas. Hey guys, you did it till here. Welcome to the last part of the video, exploring your data. As you already know how to create a data frame, we will explore now the data frame. You probably would ask yourself, what do you need to explore your data? We always need first impressions and how the data looks like. Commonly, we encounter our data completely messy, and it is important to understand how the data is given in order to clean it. In this example, I created a bigger data frame. Remember that all the data scientists will deal with big data sets. In this case, our first wish is to know what kind of data our data frame has. Integer, strings, or maybe a float. We just have to call our data frame name, in this case df, and write d types. As always, we just have to open our console and call Python dataframe3.py and press enter. And there you go. The results are clear. We have our data frame with all the information, with the columns A, B, C, D, the index, with the data time, and the D types are just floats. A, B, C, and D. Additional important methods for first stages of data exploration corresponds to the method head. The head method gives you the first 5 rows from your data frame. In this example, we call df.head, and then we just have to run this script. And there you go. We got the first 5 rows of the data frame. A, B, C, and D, as you can see it here. An additional method that it's important as head, it's tail. Tail as head gives you also 5 rows, but in this case, it offers you the last 5 rows of the data frame. After we run the script, we got the last 5 rows of the data frame. But what if we want to see more than the just first or the last 5 rows? In both methods, there is the possibility to set the number of rows that you want to explore. For example, in here, df.head, we will say that we need to see the first 10 rows. And for the tail, we will see as well the last 10 rows. df.tail 10. After we call the script and we run it, there you go. We got the last 10 rows and the first 10 rows as well. Additional attributes that can give you information from your data frame are, for example, the index attribute. In this case, we'll call the data frame df.index. After we call the data frame script and we run it, we got the data frame index, which is in this case all this datetime index. Another attribute that is important to understand is the columns attribute. In this case, we will access the columns with df.columns, and we have to run this script. Why is this important? Because then we got the names of the columns. Probably you want to access the columns and extract data. In this case, it's working. Finally, the last method that is important for a phrase approach is the describe method. It gives you the summary statistics of your data frame. It can be really helpful to have the first statistical analysis of the data frame and to understand if the data is ready to be used for plotting or maybe a machine learning algorithm. In this case, we are watching the 4 columns A, B, C, D with the count, the mean, the standard deviation, the minimum, the maximum, and the percentiles 25, 50, and 75. There you go, guys. You already finished your first analysis from a data frame. Congratulations. You are almost a data scientist.
Hey guys, you did it! In the next video, you will explore more advanced data frames and you will start to analyze data with more advanced methods. Stay with us, subscribe, support us, and follow us. Please remember to visit all the social media.